My name is Jess Severzenko. I am 25 years old. I am a powerlifter athlete and also strength coach. I am currently studying my Doctor of Physiotherapy at uni still. I'm in my final year, but on the side, powerlifting's a hobby of mine, and I've also sort of found my way into strength coaching at the same time. I've been powerlifting and as an athlete and also coaching for nearly 3 years now. I find coaching extremely rewarding, sometimes more rewarding than actually competing myself. I like to help people find their potential and seeing them grow, particularly because lifting as a sport as a whole, people who've never really done sport before or have moved, it's a sport that I think nearly anyone can do because the components are quite basic. So anyone can come into the gym and start lifting, and to see their growth and progression over a short and long period of time is so rewarding. Prior to powerlifting, my sport history is quite extensive. So I had a lot to do with cross-country running as a young child. Did karate for about 15 years, played a lot of footy, a lot of league tag and a lot of rugby union, and then found myself in powerlifting. I started powerlifting, to be completely honest, because I was working out of the Australian Institute of Sport back in 2016 and was equipped in a really awesome gym there. Just found myself under a barbell playing around with a combination of powerlifts and weightlifts. I actually come across Liz Craven's name. I read a little bit more into her and what she's done and her records and what she could lift at the time, and that sort of posed to me as a challenge that that's something that I could find myself doing and doing well in. So I reached out to her, and I guess she was probably my inspiration getting into powerlifting. One that stands out to me would be the first time that I got 500 Wilks, so that was in the Expo, so April 2019, a few months ago. I was the second woman in Australia ever to do that, and that was a huge achievement for me to reach. For this sport as an athlete, I think my mindset is a huge asset to who I am as a competitor, and I think that comes back to me not only being a stubborn and competitive person, but also my previous training history, my previous exposure to elite sport. I think the ability for me to bring the intensity to every single session and be able to keep myself accountable and push through when I'm usually training on my own without a coach with me is a huge asset, and is, I think, a big reason why I'm so successful so far. Anyone who wants to get in the sport, just get out there and give it a go. We all had to start somewhere, so don't be scared to get into a gym and pick up a barbell, and give the lifts a go. They might not feel natural, they might not feel good, you might not be confident to start out, but it's really important that you start somewhere. Get into a gym. If you're not sure and you need some guidance, grab a coach. There are so many really well practicing coaches out there that know what they're talking about. It doesn't even have to be a powerlifting coach, but someone who knows the basics of those compound lifts can guide you with some programming and some technical advice, and get signed up to a competition. I wish I had have done it earlier. You just get that experience, you get that exposure into a really supportive community and a supportive environment, and I think it's super addictive. Once you compete once, you tend to want to book that next one in straight away. So just get into a gym, get lifting, book in a comp, get immersed in it.